This take right here has to be perfect because it's 11. We're almost over the time limit that is allowed for the challenge. If it hits 12 p.m., it goes over to the next day, and then I miss day 4. But welcome back, ladies and gents, for day 4. And my consistent intro is going to start now, I think. And just remember, everything that you ever need is within you. All the power, all the skills, all the tools, all the things to get it done is within you. And yeah, we're gonna have to adjust that a little bit. But hey, to knock off day 4, I mean, a lot of crazy stuff happened today. We have been cursed with seeing the number 27, and I know exactly why. But that synchronicity is popping up so much. I mean, we've been doing, my partner and I, we were doing Instacart for a little bit because she wanted to try all the like side gig apps. We're doing all that stuff. So we're running some Instacart orders and everything, been getting really good tips, really good returns. Like it's been awesome. It's been awesome, absolutely awesome. Just manifesting things through that, while I'm also working on some other projects that I'm actually excited that I could have done a long time ago, because I was actually getting traces of doing these things as a kid, or I was getting signs that I should try this business model or do it as a kid, but I never ever, I guess, I don't know, had my own backbone, had the self-confidence, had someone that was like, yeah, you should try this. But I've seen a few others, Gary Vee included, do something along this line. If you know, you know. But I'm gonna attempt something that I've always been naturally good at. So we're gonna see where it goes, and I'm excited with that. And it's funny, all for the new moon as well. Today's the new moon. Although again, I don't follow astrological events. Astrological events follow me. But yeah. Um, Anyways, again, guys, yeah, we're trucking along. It's interesting to see day 4. It's always interesting to see the beginning of the series, because or the beginning of anything, because it starts to take form and shape. It's really rough in the beginning, but then things start getting rolling. By the time we're on day 7, I know things are gonna really start rolling. I'm probably gonna seem like I completely shifted from the first videos, because I am still doing, the consistency. And I meant to, in day 3, explain what I'm shifting from the meditation daily. So I'm going to just literally do everything I was doing in the consciousness overdrive, but I'm going to be a little bit more raw again with what I say is actually going on in my mind. So in the last video, I explained how the day was a super high emotions. I even cried again last night when I was watching this YouTuber who skateboarded across the US, all 50 states. If you guys know, you know. But it's just, his story inspired me, because it feels like sometimes in my heart that I need to get out and do something like that, or I have it in me to go and do this as well, like that there's this calling to do something. Or even like Ryan Trahan, which I've been loving watching. I don't know if I pronounced his name wrong, but like, flipping from a penny, those feel like things that genuinely I feel called to do it, not just like seeing someone online do it and it's like I want to do it. It feels like ideas I've had before, but of course individuals around me, it was just because it's never been done, or it's a lot of fear. And at the time of those things, or even ideas I had, it's like it was really my peers, as in friends and stuff, that believed in those ideas and believed in me more than I did at myself at the time. But even with dance, everyone has believed in dance for me for so long that I've gotten so many dance videos liked and shared by celebrities, dancing their songs or artists, and it was a great time. But you know this is a point in time where I'm really coming into that own sense of like win-win mentality, where it's like, it doesn't even matter if it's just pure expressive energy from the soul. Doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. All of that is in the eye of the beholder. But my mindset really needs to become this, man. Some people out here really believe we only live once, depending on if you believe in reincarnation, right? But either way, only one life or many lives until you stop reincarnating. Live each one to the fullest, doing this shit for the expression of you and inspiring others, because that's also why I'm resonating with some of these videos and getting so emotional of like, the guy who skateboarded across America. It's like, there's a reason he had to express that, whatever his connection in the divine was, to bring that to us to then watch, to then if I'm sitting here in tears, obviously there's a reason I was brought to see that video and get emotional about it. And I only felt nothing but inspiration, even to hop on this little business thing that I'm going to start. And just everything feels like it's aligning properly. There's been tough moments here and there, at the beginning of this year so far, and even news that came from the last year into this year. But in the Gregorian New Year, the official New Year, Year of the Horse, starts February 17th, I think. So it's funny that there's some big news that I got that came from last year into this year that I got to deal with, that after that a chapter will finally close. And it just all feels like everything is coming to a head. All things are aligning. And even today, my partner and I, when we were doing Instacart and everything, there was just so many 27s that popped up. Like, it was so funny. We were in the line, and literally, I love how you can tell when synchronicity or alignment it just happens. Is literally, we get to this self-checkout line. There's so many people behind us, so I didn't want to block the way. So I get out of the way with my partner, and we're counting how many bags we may need for this order, right? Literally, when we finish and finally go, yeah, we'll go with this many. When we go to the lady to point us to a checkout, she says the number 27. And we've been seeing it everywhere. Videos, nonstop, all this. And the crazy part is when I was talking about rhinos and all the other synchronicities, this one was just going off back to back today. I've been having crazy deja vu today, but every moment is deja vu for me ever since my reawakening and remembering that I'm spirit. Every day doesn't feel real. It feels like a movie, and it really does feel like everything in my mind is dictating certain things, especially when I have the heavy, intense deja vus where I'm like, okay, in this moment, I could shift it or I could do this. So after, day 4, I want to keep reminding myself, for me to keep literally shifting and shifting and shifting, doing grander and grander shifts, at least putting my awareness on what I'm trying to experience in this movie run, And so that's really been the challenge. When you're trying to, and I don't want to say trying, but when you're embodying a new identity or putting on a higher perspective to really get closer to your higher self, everything in the external will try to pull you. It's insane. You are met with everything. And that's my challenge for this challenge right here. It's not allowing myself to dip back. With the momentum of the synchronicities of the ideas, I'm trying to just act on everything. I get an idea that is like, act, do this, call this person, do that. I'm doing it. I'm moving. I'm moving on the inspiration, the inspired action. I'm taking it. Anything within reason that I can do. Again, and that's why we just almost made literally on borderline $1,000 in a few days. I'm moving and understanding what's happening at least a little bit more. And even when I don't fully understand it, I'm taking the steps, because it's it doesn't matter. It's every move I do. Again, go back to that affirmation. Every single move I make or every single move I take is the right move. No matter whether it's perceived as right or a wrong move, all moves are leading to that final realization of what I'm trying to materialize. And it's not even trying to materialize, of what I'm materializing. And that's just final. Turn belief into a knowing. And just exit out of the game, man. Really step back. It's just when you start to do that and you start to let go and you start to surrender, your foot comes off of that gas of trying to control really every aspect. Everything ends up aligning, and it's so odd how things work like that. But it's really, you're interacting with an energetic system that's responding to energy, frequency, and vibration. It's not responding to human program morality and anything. And that's why I really try not to go in on these videos, but I also say, yeah, man, you have to really know that you are one with God, that you are a part of God. So as in, you are one with God, children of God, doesn't matter. You are God having a human experience. And when you recognize that, you take away from what is stunting you, which is the mindset. You can have the most diabolical, insane mindset, still keep your human kindness and everything, but don't think for 1 second you should not be thinking or feeling like you're a God that can learn absolutely anything at any time. And that's something I'm coming into more and more. I've gotten so much evidence in the past that reality was just a mirror of my own mind and what was going on. People would even say my thoughts. I would have so many crazy synchronicities. But now what I'm absolutely turning up to the max is actually integrating it, where I'm like, oh yeah, okay, so what I'm seeing is for sure not a state of like psychosis. Because the thing is I started to trick myself sometimes. I didn't even know the word psychosis till recently, but I ended up going back through a lot of my experiences, and it's like, no, man, these things did happen, and you just cannot explain them away with, oh, I was just nuts. It's like, no, these are other beings being interactive in a lot of wild events that I had that were crazy. So then I look back at it, and I'm like, damn, I just had a raw, like, I'm having a really raw experience. Like, this is why I awakened. This is exactly why I wanted to know, because I've been asking what existence was since 14. So I'm not shocked at the experiences I've had. But, you know, I second guessed myself a lot because I was trying to stay in the logical, not really truly understanding what was happening to me, why reality was syncing up the way it was, why people, strangers that I barely knew, would completely vent their stories to me and all of this. And just I started to get it, and now I'm coming to that realization that, man, you should feel like a fucking boss. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have the power, man. No matter whatever you did in life, if you believe in God or you have that faith, man, well, you and that faith, you and that power, you are the power, whatever you want to say, is the thing that got you damn near through everything. And then that power also working through others around you. And that's how we're all one and the same, but separate while we're here in this experience. Where, yeah, man, it's just absolutely crazy. But it's a wild journey, and today was the craziest. Anyways, by the way, too, down below, if you want to check out my course on Gumroad, self-promotion. No, but seriously, I put some blood, sweat, and tears into getting that little thing together, and I share some pretty raw experiences, so you can see for yourself how I've created the things that I've created, and maybe something in there will help you. I know definitely it will if you can apply the knowledge, but yeah, check that out if you would like. But I gotta start saying that out there, because I'm not talking about it at all. But anyways, yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm not going to let this video go on too much longer, but just wild synchronicities today. Really good tips from everything. Things are shifting. Okay, yeah, and I feel like, for myself, this is the year of the great locking inning. But yeah, man, everything is done in nature. Creation is finished. So I just gotta keep pushing. I'm extremely tired, but remember, I set a daily challenge, so I gotta get this out. But yeah, man, love you guys. I'm gonna keep going, keep pushing. And remember, everything you need is within you. Yeah, man, as above, so below. As within, so without. I think that's what I'll say. Everything you need is in you. I'm gonna say everything you need is in you. As above, so below. As within, so without. That may be the actual phrase. Yeah, that may be the phrase. I like that. Not too original, but it doesn't matter, you know? Nothing new under the sun. No one's gonna say it like I say it. Anyways, that was day 4. I will catch you guys later. Peace.